In this video, I am going to debunk or try to oppose some fatuous arguments against atheism. So first, let's start with Tom Brown's one.
Atheism is the dumbest philosophy to ever face humanity.
And this video is the dumbest lance ever tilted towards atheism.
And we all know it's not possible for nothing to create something. So where did the first elements of the universe come into existence? Well, in order for that to happen, you have to have someone outside the universe make it. That's common sense.
No, it doesn't make sense because he doesn't know anything about cosmology. There is nothing outside the universe to create something. If some supernatural thing has created or given the universe its initial configuration, then it further raises the question of what is that thing or what is its properties.
The second reason why atheism is dumb and stupid and foolish,
He should have watched his diction before committing sarcasm.
that there is a moral universe, that there's a sense of what's right and wrong. So atheists have to try to grapple with where do we get our sense of ethics and morals. So in the end, without God, then atheists begin to change those moral fabrics. And before you know it, atheists, they adopt a morality based on natural evolution.
Yes, we are shaped by natural selection to preserve our genes, and it is something different apart from a deity who governs our morals because we have an innate conscience to tell what is right and wrong.
Strong survive. Only the strong rule the weak. Only the smart conquer.
Neither strong nor smart can thrive because survival is only for fittest who can adapt to their surroundings.
And the few times that a country decided to implement atheism as its official philosophy, it all turned into communism.
Now his proposition makes sense. Yes, communism opposes religion, but it also uses faith lucratively.
It's an arrogant philosophy. It's a philosophy where people don't have freedom because people are too stupid to exercise that freedom.
I don't know why he has the nerves to call atheism an arrogant philosophy, and ironically, it fosters free thinking. So, calling it freedomless is purely wrong. The whole video is just spurious, taking communism as its main and feeble weapon. Now let's move towards Jordan Peterson one.
With Dostoevsky said straightforwardly, if there's no God, so if there's no higher value, let's say, if there's no transcendent value, then you can do whatever you want. And that's the question that he's investigating. And you see, this is why I have such frustration, say, with people like Sam Harris, the sort of radical atheists, because they seem to think that once human beings abandon their grounding in the transcendent, that the plausible way forward is with a kind of purist rationality that automatically attributes to other people equivalent value. It's like, I just don't understand that. They believe that that's the rational pathway. What the hell is irrational about me getting exactly what I want from every one of you whenever I want it at every possible second? Why is that irrational?
Theists do commit crime and non-believers commit it too. So there is no way to say that without God we can't be moral, because as I mentioned earlier, we have an innate software that helps us decide what is right and what is wrong. People can or cannot commit crime under some surveillance. That's why we have cops to neutralize this peril.
You don't get it. The ethic that you think is normative is a consequence of its nesting inside this tremendously lengthy history, much of which was expressed in mythological formulation. You wipe that out. You don't get to keep all the presuppositions and just assume that they're rationally axiomatic. To make a rational argument, you have to start with an initial proposition. Well, the proposition that underlies Western culture is that there's a transcendent morality. Now, you could say that's a transcendent morality instantiated in the figure of God. That's fine. You could even call that a personification of the morality. If you don't want to move into a metaphysical space, I'm not arguing for the existence of God. I'm arguing that the ethic that drives Our culture is predicated on the idea of God, and that you can't just take that idea away and expect the thing to remain intact mid-air without any foundational support.
Most probably, what he wanted to say is that we will become sadist and hedonist if we remove religion from the world. And a succinct reply for this proposition is religion may depend on morality, but morality doesn't necessarily depend on religion. There definitely have been some transitions of Morse that Dawkins called moral zigzags that influences our ethics. There aren't much videos in the internet that claim to crumble atheism in pieces. In this video, I have just interpreted and debunked some of them that I thought I could smartly penetrate and find glowing flaws in them. But I confess I failed to interpret more witty and intelligent arguments of the Christian apologist John Lennox because I found it too quirky and odd to paint in this video. Perhaps I should consider his arguments in some separate video. I hope you like this video. I don't think you have liked this video, but till then I will meet you in another video.